is there anyone else that's new? So we've said hi to Craig, Lisa. Lisa's from the UK. Charlotte's here. Is here, which was very nice. She's all the way from the UK. She's on board here tonight. And then we've got Nikki, my good friend of about 20 odd years, that's just come on tonight. She's a PT. And she was in Sydney, so Rachel, and just went, yeah, gotta jump on. So is there anyone else that's new that we haven't said hi to? Nope. Okay, everyone. Well, welcome to Team Heart Australia's Tuesday night meeting. My name is Grania Fletcher, but I go by the name of G because it's a lot easier. And when you see it written down, it's even more confusing. So yeah, just call me G, not Jean, just G. So I'm one of the co-founders with Una and Charlotte, and there's a gang of us, Fernanda, Denise. We all kind of got together and started Team Heart Australia 6-7 months ago now. So time is going very fast, but it's so good seeing all of you and seeing it growing all the time, which is just so exciting. And now seeing that we've opened up in the UK as well is very, very exciting. So I'm going to start doing some opportunity meetings as well, guys. I'm just going to set up some times, but I'm actually going to start some opportunity meetings in the UK. So I'm just working out a time, but it's probably going to be kind of 6 a.m. Queensland time, which would be your 7 a.m. maybe, which is their 8 p.m. time. So we're just going to trial it on a couple of weeknights or weekdays, but I'll put it up on Team Heart Australia anyway. And then you'll have our Zoom, and then you've got anybody over in the UK or Northern Ireland that it would either like to be a customer or as a friend, and you just think, look, I'd love you to hear all what this is all about. You can just send them the link and you can just see the different times. So I'm going to start doing that and see how we go. So Lisa, yeah, it'll be good. I've got lots, and Nikki, we've got lots of people, and we're just waiting to try and say, right, let's just do it. So I know Ange is excited, and there's a few of us, so we'll get started with that. And the other thing that's happening a lot sooner is the Elite Academy, which is happening this Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to meeting a few of you in person. There's quite a few of you flying up on Friday and Saturday mornings. My dog's going crazy, stop it. So you're flying up. So it's actually starting Friday night. We're going to be having a Q&A at the Novotel Twin Waters. So I know some people are staying there, other people are staying with me, some other people are staying with different people. So what we thought was, we've just found out on the big blue calendar that the Q&A, which, look, it's an awesome opportunity to actually go and ask questions to Mark Shamato. We actually were privileged to be able to do this. I know Lisa, Karen, there was a few of us, and Karen Hearn, and that we all went to the Gold Coast and ended up speaking, doing a Q&A with a couple of the Pro 10s, Brandon and them, at the annual event, and it was amazing. Just be able to sit there and just ask them different questions, ask them how they grew the company, how long, what they said, just whatever thing's on your mind. It's really awesome to be able to do that. So that's on Friday night from 6:30 till 9:30 at the Novotel Twin Waters. So we thought, if everybody who's coming, if we all wanted to maybe meet up from 5 o'clock at the bar. They've got a beautiful bar area right next to the swimming pool. And so if we all kind of just arrange to maybe meet there, because when it finishes at 9:30, it's a bit late to really, because we've all got an early start the next morning. We thought it might be a bit late to carry on and have a drink. But if people just want to do a meet and greet, we'll just meet by that bar area on Friday night, and then we can all go up. So don't forget, Saturday morning there is an opportunity meeting. Mark will be doing this. Mark Shamato, who is a Pro 10, will be running the opportunity meeting. So if there is anybody here on the Sunshine Coast, or if there's anybody who knows anyone in Brisbane or the Sunshine Coast that you would like to invite, please let us know so we can welcome the person and meet any of your guests. But yeah, please guys, if there's any people that you've got, that especially the guys from the Sunshine Coast, that you would like to invite them, it's from 9 till 10 o'clock. But also there will be an opportunity if they decide that they want to stay on, that they would be able to stay on as well and get the training, especially if they, if they become a distributor or decide that they would like to. That's what happened with Nikki. She came for the opportunity meeting with Rachel and just said, can I hang on? And that was it. She came on board. Can you mute your phone, please, Lovey? You've got to just try and mute it now.
Mute it?
Yeah, mute. There's a little microphone thing and you hit it. There we go. So that's Friday night. Saturday is 9 till 5. It's jam-packed. Mark's going to be running it, as well as a few of us as well will be actually speaking at it, and we're going to have corporate speak at the event as well. So it's going to be a great day. We're looking forward to meeting lots of you at the event. And please have your tickets. There isn't lots of tickets, and I know there's lots of people going. So if you haven't booked your ticket, I'll be honest, I only did mine yesterday. It was very naughty of me. So yeah, just go in your back office. Everything's working properly. It's $22, I think it is. And yeah, just book it through your back office. The other thing that we wanted to talk about was leading up to these next couple of months. Like, you've probably seen a lot about the new compensation plan, and you're seeing lots being written up about Team Heart, new comp plan, launching, It actually does take about 60 to 90 days before it actually can go into most of the international markets. So it's not actually going to be in Australia till probably the end of January. We don't know the exact dates yet. We probably will know more after this weekend. So when you see that around, don't fret too much. It's just business as usual for us. But one thing we would really recommend is that try and make this time, like November, is really a time that you can have incredible growth in your business. And we're seeing this already. Lots of people are signing up people with Christmas packs and skincare packs and, the micro-lift serum and things like that. So try and get yourself to Pro 3. Try and aim that by January, during November and December, that you've solidified yourself to become Pro 3. Naomi, you shouldn't need to print off your tickets. Last time, Geraldo just had everyone's names on the list. So I don't think you need to print off your ticket, no, for a Saturday. So yes, so Pro 3 is 5,000 points. So if you can get that, it will really help you when we actually have the new compensation plan. You will be at a great advantage to actually maximize the compensation program. So if we can all try and start aiming for that as one part of this business plan that Charlotte's doing, and if you're not in, you need to be paid as. So if we can try and solidify our business so that, over the next 3 months that we're actually going to be a paid as Pro 3, that will really help you income-wise once this new compensation plan comes out. The other thing I just wanted to touch on as well, which I am finding is so valuable, is Lunch and Learn with Tara. Now, I know a few of us are nodding heads here, just loving her at the moment. For any of you that don't know who Tara is, Tara Wilson is one of the founders of Team Heart, and she has started a Lunch and Learn every day. So she goes on Facebook Live. So if you're not her friend, you can't become her friend, but you can follow her. And for our time, it's about 7 a.m. So what I do is I either go on her newsfeed or I jump and I've subscribed to her YouTube channel, which is Tara Wilson. And there's basically 17, I think she's up to her 18th now at the moment, something like that. But she really, look, we don't want to overwhelm you with more stuff to learn and that, but I just love putting it on when I'm in the car, putting it on if I'm just wandering around the house and I've got my headphones on and I want to listen to something, because the topics are really real. She makes it as real as possible and as the most down to earth as possible. And because she is, she's one of our leaders, I just find I really can relate so well to her. She's earned, I think it's been like $5 million in the last few years. She's had 10 years network marketing experience. So I really encourage you to go on her YouTube, subscribe, and just when you're out and about or you have some spare time, just start looking at it. Today's was sharing your story, how to actually say your story without being weird, without sounding weird, and how your story changes as you evolve. So that was really good. I love that. She does one, The Art of Inviting. So again, not being weird and just coming at it from, a heart and not trying to convince people. Keep remembering that we are not in the convincing industry. We have the most amazing opportunity ever, and we want to tell as many people if they would like to look at the product or the business. And if they don't, move on. Because there's that many people in Australia at the moment, it's just a case of feeling sorry for them and moving on. So I think that's everything that I really wanted to cover this morning, or this evening. So Elite Academy tickets. With the Hawaii incentive as well, guys, I've had a few people come to me going, oh my gosh, like the Excel spreadsheet, what legs and things like that. They haven't actually finished the report yet. When the Hawaii incentive report comes out, it will make it a lot easier for you. So all I would say at the moment is go and look at your group volume, which was under key measures, which we showed last week, and just get your average. Add up June, July, August, divide it by 3, and you know that you need to make 5,000 from that. And look, it is going to be split across certain legs, but we just don't know your figures yet for your legs. We will know in the next week or so. So just concentrating on growing your business. It's the most amazing time ever. I've had, one thing I've done this week was put out about a trial run. I know a few of the girls have, about the trial skincare. I've had about 9 people come back wanting to try the product. I know Denise has had some great success, and Karen, Hearn, and everything. So I really encourage you, if you've got a couple of little kids, just maybe ask people if they put it up there, if anybody would like to trial some of the skincare that lives in your area. I know Kim's been doing it as well, but I've had some great success so far. Lots of my customers that are already on Protandem wanted to say, oh, okay, I want to try your next product. So this is the month that people know they're going to be spending money. So let's try and see if we can get as many customers to buy as much product as we can with our incredible products that are out there. Okay, so I hope everyone's got some pen and paper, or we're going to be taking pictures. I'm not sure what's going to be happening, but Charlotte has spent all day today working out and coming up with an amazing strategy for our business plan. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. And I'm going to hand it over to Charlotte. She's one of the other co-founders. And Charlotte Venter.
Thank you, G. Hi guys, how are you? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All good? So guys, I'm going to dive straight in because I'm hoping we're going to cover what I've got there for tonight. And it's not even all of it yet, but I'm going to just dive straight in. Please do ask questions. So feel free to just send questions in the chat. Maybe G, if you guys can answer them as we go along. Mm-hmm. But also at the end of it, please, I'll try and leave some time to answer some questions. So I'm going to share my screen, and feel free, guys, to take, as G said, you can take photos if you like, or I'm going to put it up anyway for you guys and our team and Facebook when we're done. So guys, what we're looking at tonight is helping you design a plan for running your business. And you may think, well, why is this necessary? Like this is just a little hobby that I'm running from home. It's not really a huge big business. Well, it's fine if you see it as a hobby. You probably don't need a business plan. But any kind of business, when you go and buy or set up a business, if you buy a franchise or you set up any kind of retail business or any kind of business for that matter, you need to have a business plan. It would be one of the first things you would actually do, you would write. So before we look at that, I've done a lot of research over the past few days to make sure I cover all angles and make sure I bring to you what other people have used. You know, a lot of it is stuff that I've used myself, but also I've researched to make sure I cover as much as I can. So the first thing I want to say to you is that there's 5 principles that successful leaders have in common. So before you even stop and write your plan, you've got to ask yourself those 5 questions. Or you've got to be aware of the 5 things, okay? The first one is you've got to decide. You've got to decide what it is, what you want. Deciding is the recipe that gives you the components. You know, if you think about a recipe, there's different ingredients that go into that. And once you've got the recipe, you know what ingredients you need to buy, you need to add, how much of each thing. The same thing with making a decision to build this business long term. Having the right expectations, knowing it's not a quick money-making scheme, knowing that if you put the effort in, if you learn, if you self-develop, you're going to have a successful business over a number of years. That's a decision that you make. And once you make that decision, all the components sort of start falling into place. If you don't make the decision, it will not happen. Things will be difficult for you because you're hot and cold. You haven't decided. So the other thing that we do in network marketing is we work in 90-day blocks. So decide in 90-day blocks of time. Decide that for the next 90 days, what it is that you're going to do. And what I would suggest to every one of us, and this includes me, is you don't have to stop now and write yourself a business plan for the rest of this year. But take time before the 1st of January and make sure you have identified, you have written down your goals, you have completed this business plan so that you can launch the next year productively and knowing where you're going to go for the next 90 days. So the first thing you've got to do, guys, is decide. You know, when I talk about the 90-day thing, it is so evident that God started everything in the 90-day blocks. You know, the seasons are in 90 days, schools are in 90 days, taxes, pregnancy, trimesters. If you look at how the moon works, it's in 90 days. If you look at how the tides work, it's in 90-day cycles. So 90 days work really well. So when you set your business plan, for instance, if you're setting a goal, set it for 90 days time so that you've got the 3 months to achieve it. Okay, so number 2 is eventually uncover your why. You know, a lot of people get stuck on, well, I don't know what my why is. Well, just get started. You know, don't borrow somebody else's why. You know, I want to bring my husband home, but you may not want your husband home. So they don't bring him home. Okay, so we all have different whys. So know that you can get started and your why will be uncovered as you go along. If you don't know your why now, then just do it for the money. Now put the oxygen mask on yourself first, on you and your family. So take the money into your own family, you know, pay off your debt, go on a holiday, do whatever it is that you need to do to just feel refreshed and to get your family back on track. And your why will come. It'll come eventually. You know, even if you have a clear why now, your why probably will change over time. So don't get too hung up. I know a lot of people say, but I don't know exactly why I do this. Well, it will come. Have a written game plan, and this is what we're doing tonight. You know, these 5 things, as I said, they are the principles that successful leaders in network marketing have in common. There's a guy called Michael Klaus, and he went and he researched the 20 top network marketers and to see what is it that they do that they have in common. And these were the 5 things. Number 4 is commitment. Definition of commitment is this. It's doing the thing you said you would do long after the feeling you said it in has passed. Learn this off by heart, guys. Remember that. The minute you feel like I'm going to quit or it's not worth it, remember what you said you were going to do. And you've got to keep doing it long after you don't feel like doing it anymore. You know, this applies to everything in life. It's not just business. Work your business and your life as a committed person. Stay true to your word. Number 5 is personal development. Getting better while you're taking action. Don't wait. You know, thinking you want to get good first is not a good idea. Network marketing doesn't work like that. It's not our business model. That's what happens when you go to university and you go study for 4 years and then you start the job. That's like you got to get good first before you start. In this business, we start and we get good as we go. Take action and get better. Look for the holes in yourself and your business and fill them over time. So identify your weaknesses and learn. Find books, find podcasts, find whatever you need to find to teach you how to overcome those weaknesses. Repetition is the master of skill, guys. Now let's quickly start looking at our business plan. So a couple of things before we get there to show you the importance of a plan is these are statistics. And these are statistics for a written business plan, not a typed up business plan. Guys, there's something different about writing stuff out. There's a switch that switches on in your brain when you've actually written something out. So you'll see I've made pages for you to just print out and fill in, but you can just print those out and still take your pen and paper and write it in. You don't want to just type it all in. The first statistic is you're 50% more likely to reach success in your business. That is a massive odd. 50% more likely. And the truth is that only 5 in 100 adults will write this down. That's 5%. The truth is, of you guys that are on the Zoom tonight, only 5% will go and do this. And then you wonder why we're not all successful. Now, a written game plan is where we separate people who succeed from the ones who don't. That's what Michael Klaus says too. This guy is very, very familiar with what makes people successful in this industry. He's got 30-odd years experience. Okay, a secret is work with what's in your hands. You don't need everything planned out and know exactly how to get there. So if there's parts of this business plan that you look at now and you think, I don't have a clue what to put in there, leave it empty. Work with the basics, because what you'll find is as you find your feet, as your business grows, as you start building a profile for yourself, those things start falling into place. Have intentional steps to get you day by day, week by week, month by month, and year by year closer to your goal. The how will change along the way. Okay, so how you do it today as a Pro 1 is not going to be how you do it when you're a Pro 5 or when you're a Pro 8. Things will change, but start with where you're at and with what's in your hands. The world's most successful people agree that what you get by achieving your goals are not as important as the person that you become in the process. So guys, that is a massive thing. You know, we develop so much as individuals, as mothers, as fathers, as husbands, as wives, as partners, as friends, as coaches, as mentors. We develop so much in our journey with this business. And there's incredible value in that. So don't ever underestimate that. Okay, let's look at my business plan. So this is your heading of your business plan. You can print it out and stick your name in there. The first thing is my vision. So my vision is this: imagine your ideal world. Imagine sharing your passion with those who you'd most like to serve. Those who want and need what you're offering. Imagine your ideal day, your ideal week, your ideal life as you turn your dreams into reality. Now summarize that and write it down, and that's your vision. So simply put, your vision is just the ideal in every way in your life that you want to live like. It's what you want for your family, what you want for you as an individual. Take time to figure these things out. You know what? You don't just write your vision in a half an hour. Sometimes you've got to write the first paragraph and revisit it. So start working on these things. Some of you would have already done that last week, and that's awesome. But, you know, if you don't know, guys, there's a proverb, there's a verse in the Bible that says, my people perish for lack of vision. So vision is one of the most important things before you can start developing your business plan. You've got to know where it is that you're going. You've got to know what it is that you want, okay, or you will perish. If you don't have vision, you'll get nowhere. Number 2, or number B, is my definite purpose, so my why. Why do I need to identify my purpose? You see, without a purpose in life, it's easy to get sidetracked on your life's journey. It's easy to wander and drift, accomplish little. But with a purpose, everything in life seems to fall into place. And to be on purpose means you're doing what you love to do, doing what you're good at, and accomplishing what's important to you. When you truly are on purpose, the people, the resources, the opportunities you need naturally gravitate towards you. The world benefits too, because when you act in alignment with your true life purpose, all of your actions automatically serve others. And that was written by a guy called Jack Canfield. I thought it was Cranfield, actually. Amazing guy. So, you know, what this is saying, guys, is if you're feeling that you are working out of a place of frustration, irritation, you don't enjoy what you're doing, then something is wrong and you need to tweak it. You need to be doing, you need to be serving the people that you want to work with. You need to be having a passion and enjoying what you're doing. So stop for a minute and write down things like, what do I love to do? Okay? I think I've got some questions here. So your definite purpose is when you live your life on purpose, when your thoughts, your words, and your deeds are aligned with your purpose, and you start turning your vision, which is your dreams, into reality. Your purpose is the how-to of your vision. It's what you do, what makes you excited, what you're good at, what value you bring to the world, and what gets you fired up. So for an example, if your vision is to be financially free and to build orphanages, then your purpose could be something like, I want to coach and help 100 individuals to reach their full potential in business and to retire from their job. So the purpose is what you love to do, but that is going to help you to get to your vision. Okay, so I love to help people be successful. I love to coach people. And so for me to put that in as my purpose is a very natural thing. But that may not be what you want to do. You may just want to find 1,000, or I know Karen Andrews has the vision to have 1 million people in Australia on Protandem. So then that could be your purpose, is I will find 1 million people within our country to be on Protandem so that they're healthier. That's her passion. My passion is more, I want to find people that I can coach so I can help them be successful. So you see, when you find that true purpose, you are passionate about it. It stirs you up. You get excited. So find out what yours is. Ask yourself the questions. Take your time though, guys. You will figure it out over time. You know, if for now, if you've only got a one-liner, that's cool. Just put a one-liner in there. But as you develop your business, as you get talking to more people, you will develop your and know what your true purpose is. If you don't know your why clearly, then for now, just do it for the money, okay? You're done when you read it and you feel your passion comes alive within you. When others hear it, they do too. And it's clear, concise, and compelling enough for them to want to pass it on to you, so you attract those new prospects you want to serve. Do you know, guys, I am recently attracting more and more people to me to be coached. I've got people from all over messaging me saying, you know, can you coach me? Can you teach me? And I'm thinking, where do they even know me from? Like, I don't even know them. I've never heard of them. And the thing is, this is so true. Because I'm so passionate about it, it is truly who I am. It is automatically attracting them to me. So find what you are passionate about and put it out there. If you're passionate about helping people be healthy, put it out as your purpose on your Facebook page. You know, do posts about it. Tell your friends. Message 50 of your friends tonight and say, hey, I've never told you this, but I am passionate about helping people be healthy. Or whatever your passion is, put it out there, because the more you do that, the more you're going to attract the people that you need in your business. Now, once you're done with your vision and your purpose, start creating a vision board. And a vision board is merely something where you just find pictures of places you want to go on a holiday. You know, you can type up your goals, you can type up your vision and your purpose. You can put pictures of your family as your why, whatever it is, and you just stick it on a board and start making a vision board so that you can look at it. And you know what? You can cross it off as it comes true. And it is amazing, guys, how that attracts the success to you. Just trust me and do it, okay? If you're really serious about building your business, you will do this stuff. This is not just a time waster. This stuff is actually really, really important for your success. Okay, then my values. What values are important to you? Write them down. What values are you looking for in team members? And once again, when you clearly have written these down on your vision board, guys, you attract those kind of people to you. It's like you've put it out there and said, right, from now on, I only want to work with people with integrity. People who are on time, they're outgoing, they're hardworking, they're committed, they're passionate, they're dedicated, they're true to their word, they're great examples, they're leaders, they're innovative, they're fun, they're trustworthy, and they're decision makers. Okay, put it out there. They may not have all those characteristics, but heck, if they had half of them, you would have incredible business builders in your team. So writing these down makes a powerful statement, and you will attract those people. You know, one of the things I've got here is every day I attract talented women. It's right next to my computer. And it is, I don't know why I even put it up there. I've had it up there for about a year. And it is amazing how it happens, how people just come to me and say, hey, you know, I've heard about you from wherever. So if you don't know what you're looking for in business partners, you will attract anybody, and your business will turn out to be hard to manage. So you decide, are you going to put this on your vision board? Are you going to make the effort, stick it up, put it out there? Or are you going to just work with anybody that comes to you? I know what I would choose. So guys, now here we start our business plan. Okay, so that's the soft, happy stuff. So now we get to the actual work. So how do I set goals? Why do I even need a business plan? You know, why do I need to know, you know, why do I need to write down how many hours I'm going to work and what ranks I want to be and all that? Because guys, what it does is it removes overwhelm. When you've got a plan, and you've got it broken down, even if it's only half completed because some of the stuff you don't know yet, it's better than nothing. And when you have a plan, you feel empowered. You are more productive. Because when you sit down with a little bit of time that you have to work on your business, you can really be productive. And it's not how much time you have, but it's what you do in the time you have. So a business plan clearly defines what you got to do when you work in your business, what you want to achieve all the time, and so forth. So let's look at the first one, hours of work. Guys, be intentional about when you will work in your business. You know, a lot of people just think, oh, well, you know, I sort of do an hour a night. Well, what is the hour? Is it 6 to 7? Is it 7 to 8? Is it 8 to 9? Have you, oh, what's happened there? Have you set that time in your diary? Have you set intentional time to work in your business? Get a diary and block out times. Be disciplined and see it like you're showing up to a second job. You know, that's how I started building my network marketing business. I struggled. I was still running a business when I started my first network marketing company. And for me, somebody can draw on my screen. For me, guys, it was a discipline. It was a massive discipline because at that stage, I didn't need the income because I actually did survive. We survived on the income that I was earning. So I could choose to go lie at the pool all day and read a book, or I could spend my day in the garden, which I love to do, or I could sit and work at my desk. So the only way I managed to do that in the first months until I got established was I saw it as a second job. I saw it as I was reporting, my boss was waiting for me, I had set hours, and this is my second job. Okay? So it was a mind shift I had to make for myself. Do the same thing. Know when you're working. You've got to work in your business at least 45 days minimum a week, consistently. You've got to do that. And if you even just had an hour a day, you could build a business with 1 hour a day in network marketing. But then you've got to be intentional in that hour and know exactly what you're going to be doing. And that's what I'm going to help you do here. Okay, the second thing is ranks. You've got to set goals for ranks. Okay, so for now, we'll just go from Pro 1 to Pro 6. when are you planning on achieving those goals, and how would you achieve them? What do you need to do? So guys, if you don't know about one a month, the one a month principle, it's basically this. So you start off in month 1 with you. You come in on a platinum pack that's 1,000 points, so you get to Pro 1 month 1. Awesome. Month 2, you find one distributor, just one other distributor on a platinum pack. Actually, I think month 1 you find the one. Sorry. So month 1 you find one distributor. So month 2, it's you and that distributor. Okay, so there's now 2 of you. So month 1 there was 1. Month 2 there's 2 of you. Now you each bring in 1,000 points, okay, because you each bringing in one distributor, and you each bring in 250 in PV. So you bring in customers, and that's like 6 customers on Pro Tandem. Then you make Pro 2. So you don't need to have hundreds of people. You basically need 2 distributors, you and somebody else bringing in 1 person. And you need to bring in some customers, and you can be Pro 2 in month 2. Pro 3, the numbers just double. So month 3, there's now you plus 3 other distributors you bring in. There's now, because month 2 it was you and 2 others, so now month 3 there's the 3 of you, and you each go out and you each find one distributor. So there's now 4,000 points, 3,000 points of that, plus you each need 500 in PV. So basically the model goes this: you start off month 1 with you and one distributor. Month 2, each one of you goes and finds another distributor. So month 2, you've now got 4. So there's you 2 and the 2 new ones, there's 4. Month 3, the 4 of you each find 1. So it's a duplication method. And of course, always we've got to have customers at the back end as well. So guys, if you just follow a duplication model of setting new distributors up with the expectation that you've got to bring in one distributor a month plus 4 or 5 customers, you will be so successful. Within 6 months you can be at Pro 6. Okay, the numbers speak for themselves. It's so duplicatable. The key thing is, you as the leader or the initial sponsor, you've got to introduce the duplication all the way down the line. Okay, you've got to help all those 36 distributors. By the time you get to Pro 5, you've got to help all of them understand the importance of duplication. Okay, so clearly set your goals. If you find you're going to do that over 12 months, hey, to get a Pro 6 in 12 months is still an awesome effort. So work those figures whichever way works better for you. But at the end of the day, it's a duplication method of finding a distributor and then bringing in customers as well. But know your goals. Know what you want to achieve every month. Okay, so another big thing with the goals here is that you work with your downline when you're setting goals. So in other words, I don't really like the downline, upline thing. I prefer business partner. So basically what you do is you have a look at who's in your business. So let's say it's you and there's 2 other distributors that you've brought in, and there's 10 customers. Now you're looking at setting a goal for next month. Well, what you got to do is get on a Zoom or on a phone call with those 2 distributors. Say, hey, Sue, what is your goal for this month? What are you setting it at to be? How can I help you achieve that? Can I do some launches for you? Can I do some 3-way calls for you? Now Sue wants to do, she wants to be a Pro 2, that's 2,500 points. Now you speak to John, and John goes, yeah, I'm going to be Pro 3, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Can you do the launches for me? There's another 5,000 points. So before you even start setting your goal for the month, you've got 7,500 points coming in because those 2 distributors are committed. They're going to make it happen. So now you can say, right, so I need another 2,500 points to get to Pro 4. And now you've got to go find 2 platinums and 1 Vantage, or customers, however you split it up. But at least you know what your portion is to make it work for the month. Okay? That's way better than you just looking at it going, I want to be Pro 4, I need 10,000 points. You don't need 10,000 points on your own, but you've got to work with the people that's in your business. Guys, I used this analogy before. It's like when you have a Macca's, you know, the guy who does the chips and or the fries, and the guy who fries the patties, and the guy who puts the burgers together, like they've all got a goal in the whole process of making that place more successful. And the same thing happens in this business. You're never ever on your own. You should always be communicating with the people that's in your line. And the same with customers. You know, if you've got 10 or 20 customers in there, speak to the sponsors and say, hey, how about you go and ask your customer if they want to get their product for free? Let's help them find 5 other customers. That's how you can push product. You know, 5 customers, each go find 5. There's an extra 1,000 points for you for your business for the month. So, guys, use your skills to negotiate and also to inspire people to see more for themselves so that they set those higher goals and they achieve them. Okay, number 3, you need to know what your personal enrollments are going to be. What is your long-term goal? You know, I didn't want to put the figures on you because I didn't want to scare anyone, but, you know, on average, they're saying, Eric Worre will say, if you want to get to the top in a network marketing business, and this is for the average Joe, so this is not somebody who's come in, you know, from another network marketing company and brought a whole team in with them. This is the average person starting up. You need to enroll 200 people. That's the figure. You need to enroll 200 people. Is it going to take you 10 years? Is it going to take you 5 years? Is it going to take you 3 years? The decision is yours, but you've got to be realistic with the numbers that you're looking for to actually get to the top and to be successful. Okay, so personal enrollment, guys, a huge thing that I've noticed in my career with network marketing is that a leader sets the pace. If as a leader you stop enrolling, you just have a look at the people under you, and it's incredible how they all stop enrolling. But when you continue to enroll, people continue to enroll as well. So as a minimum, you need to enroll 1 distributor a month and 10 customers, or 500 points, PV points by customer orders. If you go too slow, guys, you will drop off. You know, there's some people have a saying, and they say this, they say, go, find whatever speed works for you and do that. Hogwash. Because if you go too slow, I can guarantee you're going to fall off. You're going to get despondent. You're not going to be earning money. You're going to think this is not working. It's not worth it. I'm quitting. You've got to go at a certain pace. And that certain pace is at least get 1 distributor a month into your business. And, of course, customers. Now, you may find that there's some months that you don't get a distributor. That's okay, but you've got to at least get your customers. You should never go through a month where you have no enrollments. Because then, guys, you're not talking and sharing the information. You're not talking to people about it. If you want to go quicker, then you just increase the numbers. Okay, so like for me, you know, 3 to 5 distributors minimum a month is what my aim is. So I want to go quicker. I don't want to take 10 years to set up this business. I want to do it in 2 years or whatever it's going to take. Okay, so number 4 is team enrollments. So I spoke a little bit about this before. So team enrollment is you've got to set goals with your team. You've got to know, you know, your distributors, what are their enrollment goals? What are their rank goals? But this one specifically is team enrollment. So the way you support and inspire your team to grow and enroll will determine your success. You know, take the time. I know we guys are all busy, but you know how valuable it is to spend a bit of one-on-one time with a distributor and say, hey, let's set your goal for this month. Set enrollment goals with your distributors every single month. Diarize it for the first of the month so that it becomes so natural that your distributors know on the first of the month they're going to either get a message or a phone call from you to say, hey, come on, what's your goal for this month? Well done for last month. You did it, or you got so close. You know, how can I help you this month to get there? Duplication is the biggest secret to success in growing your network marketing business. Now, some people think they can come in and reinvent the wheel. I've seen it happen. I've been there. I've done it myself. It doesn't work. You've got to plug into systems that have proven to work, and you just got to duplicate that. So know what your team enrollment should be. Okay, so for instance, guys, if let's say you know that you're chasing 10,000 points in your downline, okay? Then what the other thing you can do too is you can go to your distributors and say, hey, let's say you've got 5 distributors. You can go to them and say, hey, do you think you can chase 2,000 points for me this month? Do you think you can bring in 2, or I can help you bring in 2 distributors? Who, work with them. Who's on your warm list? Who's on your prospect list? Who's almost over the line? Work with them. So again, what you do is you take the bigger figure and you break it down into little bits, which makes it so much easier to achieve it. And at the end of the day too, what happens is you then have them rank advance. You have so much more motivation in the team because it's not just you advancing, but it's all the other people below doing the same. And it's really great to see. Set goals for how many customers and distributors you want in your business by the end of month 1, 3, 6, and 12. So guys, you don't want to just be working this business blindly. Do you have these kind of goals? Do you know how many customers you want to bring in every month? Do you know how many distributors you want to bring in? Take the goals and divide them between your distributors. I've mentioned that before. And then get their buy-in and commitment to help achieve those. So the secret of setting your team enrollment goals is that you will only achieve it if you break the goals down and delegate the numbers to your team. So, I couldn't find a better word there than delegate. So but it's not really delegate, it's sort of getting their buy-in, to achieve those numbers too. But that's how we're all going to progress. That's how we will all climb rank, at the same time as you do that, so they do that with their people. And so the next people do it with the next people. It's a way of keeping people inspired, accountable, and keeping the team growing. Don't let your team decide on your goals. You set them and you take your goals to the team. It will help them see the bigger picture too, and it will inspire them to work harder and see what's possible. And guys, automatically when there's this team effort and you're all working together, people stay, because people stay for people. People work harder for people. They love relationship. They want to belong. They want to feel like they're making a difference and they're adding value. So it is such a cool thing to do. I love that. So number 5, so this is the 5th kind of goal you need to set, is what do you want your team size to be? Do you have any idea in a year's time how many people you want in your downline? And of course, this includes customers and distributors. Do you know in 3 years' time how many people you want in your downline? Do you know in 5 and 10 years' time? Now, you don't have to know all those bigger numbers, but do you know the smaller numbers? Do you know in a month how many you'd like to have in your downline? 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Now, once you've set enrollment goals with your team, you can project your team size. So you can look at how many distributors and how many customers you have in your business now, and then you can work out the average enrollments of what has been added monthly to help you now establish some kind of figures. So, why would you want to know this? Because look at the bottom there, it says tip. When you add plus minus 3,000 people in your downline, that is when you add a wage that's consistent with a full-time income. So we don't just set these numbers to have another number to chase. No, guys, this helps you achieve your goals. So if your goal is to get out of your JOB, then you want to be on top of, well, how many people are in my business? The other thing I can tell you, and I track these numbers every month, is that tracking this number shows you what your retention is in your business. So for instance, if you've had 500 people in your downline and your downline this month enrolled another 50, and at the end of the month you look at your downline and you're still on 500, well then you've lost 50 people in the last month. Okay, then you got to strategize, and you got to look at it and think, well, maybe I need to do some training on how important it is to have people on auto ship. Maybe I need to do some training on how important it is for us to teach our customers how great Protandem is. Okay, so two ways or 2 reasons why you need to know your team size. One is so that you can set your long-term goals and, for getting out of your job, your income goals, because income is all related to numbers and it's related to your downline. And the second reason is that you can actually measure what's going on in your business. Number 6 is personal development, and this one is huge. Now, this is the truth, guys, is your business will only grow at the pace that you grow. and your income is only going to grow at the pace that you grow. So are you a moment leader or a movement leader? And there's a big difference. A moment leader is somebody who's hot now. They like talk. Yeah, we all in, we're doing this, and it's like chaos for the next 60 days, and then they're gone. A movement leader is somebody who does stuff properly, well, consistently. You can rely on them. They're always there to back you. Okay? But a movement leader is somebody who spends more time on themselves. They develop, they learn. They learn basic skills like how to handle conflict, how to inspire people. It's not all just about network marketing. It's also about, characteristic development. You've got to read for 30 minutes every single day, or listen. G suggested listening to Tara's YouTube videos or her Facebook lives. They are amazing. You've got to spend 30 minutes a day doing something like that. So whether you're doing it while you're cooking, while you're sitting doing homework with the kids, truly some days I'm sitting like this. I've got one earphone in my ear and the other one is out because I need to listen to something that the kids are saying, or, I may even be on a phone call, I don't know, whatever. You've got to find 30 minutes in your day to self-develop. Do you know what I've been doing lately as well? Is I've gone to sleep with my phone playing some kind of a podcast and it is amazing how subconsciously, even though you're asleep, you still hear it. It goes in. Okay, just do that stuff. Start with these 4 books. Please, guys, these books are crucial. Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. Number 2 is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Now, change your thinking, change your life is all got to do with you, your mind, your self-beliefs. Okay, How to Win Friends and How to Influence People helps you to know how to speak to people, how to build rapport, how to build trust with them. Think and Grow Rich changes a lot of the mindsets that we have, and many of us have had them for years, that our family, for instance, would have said stuff like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, or what do you think, I'm Harry Oppenheimer, or I'm, a rich guy, I'm Bill Gates. Those things, when family or parents say those things to you over and over and over, you start thinking, money is scarce. We don't have money. We're never going to have money. And your mind starts believing that, and it starts forming your life to go down that path. So Think and Grow Rich challenges a lot of those thoughts and those mentalities. And number 4, The Compound Effect. This is an incredible book. This guy talks about the effect of doing little bits consistently every day. The compound effect of, if you've done that over 365 days, you will go, holy moly, I can't believe what's happening. Why? Only because you consistently did the little bits that at the time seemed totally insignificant. Okay, read those 4 books. Guys, read these books 2 to 3 times before you start any other ones. Don't just read them, learn them, make notes. If you want to listen to audios, do that as well. But I want to say to you, you've got to read a book and have a pen and underline and make some notes. Okay, those are 4 really, really key books to your career and network marketing. Apply what you learn, share what you learn, teach others, spend more time on less material. Some people think, I'll just read a book, I'll read a book. They read 2-3 books a month. If you say to them, what were the 7 principles that, whoever spoke about, then they think, oh, I don't know, I can't remember. So there's no point reading a book if you're not going to take it in and remember what those 7 things are, or jot them down and put them on your screen, on your computer as a screensaver, or whatever works for you. One way that you develop a profile in this business, that one way that you attract people to you, is to share value. Now, guys, value you can share from these books that you read. You know, I never, ever am short of value. In fact, I'm short of time to share the value that I find because I've got books going everywhere. If you don't know what to share on Facebook, just get a good book. Like this first book, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. There are so many quotes in there. There's so many one-liners that you can build a story around, okay? Share what you're learning, because when you do that, people follow you. People follow you. They look at you. They think, oh, I want to know more what this person is saying because I like what I'm hearing. Turn your car into a mobile university. You know, listen and listen over and over. Did you know that the average adult knows lyrics to 4,000 songs? That's a stat. I would never have guessed that. But even if it's just 2 or 3 lines, or if it's the chorus, 4,000 songs? Holy moly. And why? Repetition. You've listened to it over and over and over and over. Do you know, the other night, Andre and I were listening to 80s music because I've got this new app on my phone and it's so cool. And it is incredible. Songs that I honestly have not heard for a good 20 years would play and I would remember every word of that song. And I recognized then how strong my mind is. Hey? So the same thing, guys, if you listen to stuff over and over, the repetition will ingrain it into your mind. Okay, number 7, branding you and building your business. Now, seriously, this is a topic that I can teach you on for hours, but I wanted to bring it in here because I want to show you that this is going to become part of your business plan. So once you've reached the rank of Pro 5, you want to start considering building a brand around you. Guys, don't make the mistake I made and most network marketers make because we never had the proper teaching. You don't build a brand around a name, a company name. You've got to build a brand around you in this business. Because why? When people look at, are they going to join you? They look at you. They don't look at the brand. Okay, they come and look at you. They find you. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's your choice, but I can only advise you on the stuff that I've learned is that you build a brand around you. Do not bother with YouTube channels, websites, you know, all the different social media platforms until you Pro 5. You know, literally head down, bum up, get to Pro 5 with invite, enroll, and present. Once you get a Pro 5, set up a meeting with one of us and let's help you to brand. Let's help you brainstorm where it is that you want to go, what your passions are, how you want your business to look. Okay, you first want to develop your story or a little bit of a story for you. And then when you start branding you, we start telling everybody. So as a leader in network marketing, you want to be noticed, not a brand with a different name. You need to build your profile to that of the leader so that you attract people to you. How? Is you add value to the market and your audience by teaching them things that you learn every single day. You can do this with a short 2-minute video or a blog or both. Create material that works for you when you don't work. So guys, why do people do videos and blogs and have websites? Because when you're not working your business and you've got 400 videos sitting on YouTube, those videos are working for you when you're not working. Okay, because people watch them. People Google a certain thing and then your video comes up. If you've done them well and you've got good keywords in there, people will find your videos. Okay, that's why we do that. It adds credibility. It adds strength to your profile. That's why we head there. So create material that works when you don't work. Create a social media image of that of a successful leader and your prospecting will become easier. That is something that you can do now. You've got to start working heavily on your social media image on Facebook. It's one of the biggest things I can guarantee you that you're going to do in your business. I find for me now, it really works incredibly well. So for those of you that are going to be at training, I'm actually covering that on Saturday at training on how to use your Facebook page to attract people to you and to help you build your business. So for now, I just want to recap on this because I don't want you guys going off here thinking, oh, now I need a website, now I need a YouTube channel. No, get to Pro 5. But have it in the back of your mind all the time that you are going to develop all this stuff, because that's the way you got to go. If you're serious about this and this is going to be your career and you're going to get a Pro 10 and you're going to travel the world, you know, be on the stage, do whatever you're going to do, you have to get to a stage where we're going to brand you, and we're going to take it further. Guys, do you want me to stop there? Because I see it's 8:30. Should I stop there and carry on next week? No comments? Let me just see how long I'm going to take. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. I'll see how quick I can go through this. So team support. One of the biggest things, as I mentioned before, is duplication. What do you want to do in your team? You want to develop Pro 3s. This is the building blocks for this business. LifeVantage, compensation plan, business plan, develop Pro 3s. What we know is once somebody reaches Pro 3 in this business, they stay in LifeVantage for 60 months. That's 5 years. 5 years they stay because they start earning money. Okay, Team Heart Australia have developed systems for new distributors to be supported and trained. So you don't have to go and reinvent the wheel, as I said before. You don't have to go and develop systems to support your team. You just got to plug them in. So are you using the systems we have? Have you plugged your distributors into our weekly training, our 12-week course? Most distributors that leave network marketing do so because of the lack of support and training. Now, a girl I had on today again said to me, she's in this company, she's got no training, she doesn't know what to do, she's overwhelmed. If you are not plugging your new distributors into our systems, into our 12-week training, they will be overwhelmed and the same thing's going to happen. Make sure you plug them in. There's no need for that to happen in our team. Make it clear from when you first start talking to them that trainings are essential for success. People have got to come onto our training. Guys, if you've got distributors that are week after week after week not on training, talk to them, explain to them the importance of it. People who try and reinvent the wheel, they just don't succeed. You've got to plug them in here. Duplication makes things easy for anyone to do. Number 9 is customer support. Stay in touch with your customers, guys. You can use Evo. There's a system, if you go look in your Evo under communication, it's called messages. You can actually message all of your customers and say to them, hey, how you going? You're so important to me. I love the fact that you're on Pro Tandem. You just, you know, you'll be blown away if you could see what this product is doing to the inside of your body. I'm so happy I found you. Lots of love. Whatever you want to say, but stay in touch with customers. It is the most simple system. You can contact them twice a month, once a month, whatever you want, but you've got to be intentional about it. Set it in your diary. If you don't do that, you will not send them a message. And what's going to happen is they will stop their orders eventually, because most people don't understand what this product does for them. Make sure also that your customers are on auto ship. Guys, if you're building a residual income, residual is paid on auto ships. Make sure your customers are on auto ships, okay? Number 10 is actions to be taken in your business. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there because this one's a bit long. So guys, I'm going to stop there. So for now, I will put up for you the first 9 steps that you can start working on. And then next week, we'll just need maybe another 20 minutes to finish off what action you've got to take daily in your business to be successful. So, guys, as I've mentioned before, this is to guide you on the path to success. So you've got to keep all these things into account, but don't let it overwhelm you. Take your time, write it out, think it through, and launch on the 1st of January with a plan so that you can be more effective in your business for next year. Does anybody have a question? Give me some feedback, please. Just a couple of you. Give me some feedback. Is that what you're looking for? Does that help you? And you can be dead set honest.
Can you see me, Charlotte?
Yes. Thanks, yeah. Thanks, Craig. Thank you.
Brilliant, Charlotte. You're awesome.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, guys. Does it help?
I think it makes it all tangible, more tangible, easily to grab.
Awesome.
The process.
That's awesome, because that's what I want for you guys. I want it to be so simple, that we remove the overwhelm, but we have a plan and you can just stick to it. So what we'll do next week is I'm going to help you set my action plan. So guys, what I'm learning more and more and more is that you really can build this business on 1 hour a day. You really can build it on 2 hours a day. Okay, you're going to go a little bit slower than if you did it full time, but that's still okay because you are going to get to where you want to be. The most important thing is, do you know what you got to do in that hour or two? And that's what we'll cover next week. Okay? Okay, guys, see you Saturday. Can't wait to see all of you. Thank you so much, guys, for being on here. And
Charlotte, will you put them posts as slides so that people can print them off? Yeah.
Sure.
Up
No
onto-
worries.
yeah. Cool.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys, love you lots. Bye.
Thanks, Charlotte. Good night.
See you, Craig.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.